Let's pay homage to the lineage gurus, homage to the Venerable Mang Liaoming, homage to Master Sakya Tsongkhong, homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa, and homage to Master Tupten Dorje, homage to the three jewels of the altar, homage to the main deity of the group practice tonight, Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva. Sumu Danzang Kapto Tupten Siddhi Tupten Kama. All Dhamma masters, Dhamma lecturers, Dhamma teachers, Dhamma instructors, Dhamma tutors, temple and center directors, and all disciples present here and over the internet. Good evening, everyone. How do you do? These are greetings in different languages.
Aishiteru Sharange Hola amico Te quiero mucho Sugoi Ichiwa Kimochi ii Jumi Yabe Purim Konbanwa.
Today we practice Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva. Deity Yoga, group practice, group meditation practice. Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva is one of the 8 great Bodhisattvas. In mainland China, there are the spiritual centers of 4 great Bodhisattvas. Mount Buddhaloka is the center for Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, and Mount Utai is for Manjushri Bodhisattva, and Mount Erme is Samantabhadra Bodhisattva, and Mount Jiuhua is the spiritual center for Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva. So the 4 major Buddhist mountains. And Mount Jiuhua is at the Anhui province. And in Anhui, there is an excellent disciple there.
Just there.
That's it.
Yeah.
Today I was late. How many minutes? How many minutes? 15 minutes. I apologize. I'm sorry. That's because inadvertently I had no split, lots of them. So I was taking care of that. I was going to be on time. So let me tell you one thing. The disciple in Anhui
每个礼拜六、礼拜天
every Sunday, Saturday and Sunday,
的说法，礼拜六、礼拜天
the
没
Dharma
有停止过，没有
teachings.
休假过。
I never take a break on Saturday and Sunday.
像这个 Saturday 是 A O 卡，Saturday night A O 卡，更准时。And Sunday afternoon 3 O 卡，Talk Dharma 也是准时。
Always on time.
这么多年
For many years,
说法在西雅图说法，已经
giving Dharma teaching in Seattle for continuously for how many years now?
啊，连那个就是有疫情的时候，我也是说法。
During the pandemic, I was on the Dharma throne without any participants, still giving Dharma teaching. Only the AV team is recording it. But let me tell you one thing. Underneath the Mount Jiuhua in Anhui Province, that disciple was never late even once.
我们每一个人总是礼拜六、礼拜天，总有几次不到的嘛。就算住在西雅图，就算住在
some of you, even when you live in Seattle, will not attend, right?
也有很
From time to time,
人生病，
and also some people
当然没有办法
who were sick,
看网络。
then of course they cannot be on the
也有
internet.
很多人
And there are also many people who can come but
没有出现的，
do not come. They don't show up.
那么看网络的，当然他们
And those watching on the
也不知道有
internet,
没有来，
of course we don't know whether they attend or
他
not.
到底有没有参加？
Grandmaster will not know if they attend or not.
啊？你是哈尔滨的嘛？哎，沈阳
You're from Harbin?
哈尔滨，
Shenyang, Changchun, Harbin, the three cities in the northeast China,
你是哪一个？
northeastern China. Are you Manchurian? Yes. Which tribe?
有姓，有这个。一般来讲，旗人也有分这个。
The Manchurian clans were also divided into several.
你知道吗
Do you know?
？OK， 好好，谢谢。
Okay, thank you.
安徽这个弟子，
This disciple in Anhui,
每个礼拜六、礼拜天，他绝对在网络上
definitely watching on the internet every Saturday and Sunday. Never skip one time.
从来这些年来啊，多少年
For
来，
all these years,
他没有来过西雅图。
she never came to Seattle.
但是有一次自由行，
But one time,
他在
traveling on her own, she visited Taiwan
你
Lichang
有没有写
Temple.
在书上？
Did I write it on my book?
有啊。
In my book, yes.
我没有讲名字啊，我只是
I didn't say the
讲
name.
出来。
I
写
just
在书上吗？
made up a name. Did I write it in my books?
上次我是写在哪一本？
Which book?
303还是302？ 一定是
Is it 302 or 303?
301吧。
The one already published is 301.
301。每个礼拜六、礼拜天。
Every Saturday and Sunday, they are definitely there.
它是网络里面
And of all those attendees on the internet,
最漂亮的。
this is the most beautiful.
对不对？啊？
Right?
你当然没有看过她。
Never seen her. Of course, she's never been to Seattle.
在台湾雷藏寺那时候自由行的时候，
At the Taiwan Lichang Temple, I saw her once or twice.
见过1次面、2次面。我邀请她来西雅图。
And I invited her to come to Seattle, and she agreed. That's it, with just one sentence.
每个礼拜六、
She's been attending every Saturday and
我
Sunday.
就看见了。
I would see
她
her
在网络上
on the internet,
没有1次缺席过。
and she never skipped even once.
真的，这就是九华山地藏王菩萨，他的精神就是这样。
So that's the spirit of Siddhikapa Bodhisattva of Mount Jiuhua. His vows, the power of his vows, are extremely great.
地藏王菩萨的愿力最大。
So the vow of Siddhikapa Bodhisattva is the greatest. Therefore, he's referred to as Siddhikapa Bodhisattva with the greatest vow. And this disciple underneath Mount Jiuhua in Anhui province also has great vows.
明天你们看网络，
Tomorrow, when you see the
就
Zoom,
是在网络里面，
she would be
没有
in
1次
there,
没有。
and she never miss even
多少
once
年？
for so many years.
多少年？我忘掉几年，总是数年。
I forgot how many years, but many years,
5年以上。
above 5 years.
星期六、礼拜天没有1次缺席。
So never was absent for Saturdays and
人有
Sundays.
时候也会有病啊，或者怎么
So
样啊，
sometimes
或者出游
a
啊，
person can get sick or traveling, or there's
会没有来过。
some issues that they would miss
我自
sometimes.
从坐在这里说法，我有哪一次停止过？
Since I give Dhamma teaching on this Dhamma throne, is there a time where I miss or skip or taking a break?
这是愿力啊，他听话，
That's the power of
没
the
有一次
vow.
停止过。
So for her, listening to the Dhamma teachings, she
明天
never
你看网络，
skips,
全都会出来。
never stops. Tomorrow on Zoom, you would be able to see her.
地藏王菩萨也是，
The same with Siddhikapa Bodhisattva.
他度众生，他的愿力最大。
In delivering sentient beings, he has the greatest vow.
看吗？ 我的3个本尊，
So
它就是我的
look
愿力本尊。
of the 3 yidams that I have.
在台中
He's
地方
my
的时候，
yidam of
第一个
vows.
出现的就是瑶池金女，
When I was at the Yellow Emperor Temple in Taichung, the first one who appeared was Golden Mother. The second who
第三
appeared
个
was
出现的
Amitabha
就是地藏
Buddha,
王菩萨。
and the third one was Siddhikarma Bodhisattva.
所以呢，我以瑶池金女、
Therefore,
阿弥陀佛、
I
地藏王菩萨为本尊。
regard Golden Mother, Amitabha Buddha, and Siddhikarma Bodhisattva as my yidam, my main meditational deities. Golden Mother was the deity, the yidam, who awakened me and instructs me. She is my eternal yidam, yidam
是
forever.
我的本地的本尊。
And Amitabha Buddha is the yidam of my
再
origin.
回到哪里去？
I would return to where I came from.
地藏王菩萨
And
是
Siddhikarma
我发愿
Bodhisattva
的本尊。
is the yidam of my vows.
因为我发的愿跟地藏王菩萨的愿是一样的。
Because the vows that I generated are the same as Siddhikarma Bodhisattva's. So Siddhikarma is the yidam of my vows.
九华山下
So I truly admire the disciple underneath Mount Jiuhua, or at the foot of
从
Mount
来没有是
Jiuhua.
缺席。
She never is absent.
他在这里。对啊，
She's right there.
你怎么找到他的？
How did you find her?
啊？上星期的网络直播，
Oh, the Zoom from last week.
他也是在。
She was there.
就心呐、很美，
So the heart is
也
beautiful,
美。
and the person is also beautiful.
这个人呢，说话算话。
So our words
他虽
should
然还没有来
count.
过西雅图，
Although she's never been to Seattle,
已经来过很多次了。
but her heart has been here many times,
我一定
countless
会往
times.
生在安徽。
And I definitely have Dharma bodies in Anhui province.
啊，晨晨，你说是不是？
Right? Cheng Cheng.
他有跟你联络哈？
She's in touch with you.
他也想来西雅图，
She really wished to come to
但是
Seattle,
签证还没有
but
下来。
she's having problem getting her visa.
所以愿很重要。
Therefore, vows
我花了
are very
地藏王菩萨
important.
的愿
I have generated the vow of Siddhikarma Bodhisattva.
如果按照维摩诘大师所讲，
According to Vimalakirti, great lay master,
其实
the Saha
没有
world
可爱之处，并不是美，
is
并不
has
是
good
完全是
places
污浊的世
and
界，
all lovely places also in
它
samsara,
毕竟是
not
很清
completely evil and contaminated. There are also pure places in the Saha world.
这个维摩诘经会讲到。
The Vimalakirti Sutra will cover that.
韩语，
韩语，
你唱个歌。
Why don't you sing a song to invoke the Dakinis?
拿麦克风给他。
Please give her a microphone.
你唱啊。
完整的要3分钟，你要唱完整的还是1分钟？
The complete invocation would take 3 minutes. So, which one? Only part?
모든 줄은 적은데 아린 사진 아리 군다 든 날아주는 나근데 아리 사린 둘이 건다 이쯤 멀어다가 준다 너 엄마 일러지너다 쏜다 이쯤 멀어다가 린가 너 엄마 온다 러지너 어디 준다 온간한 줄은 더근데 아이사린 더디 준다 온모라 주나 더근데 아이사 준너다 건다 에레순 너라 작은다 아인자든 도리 쏜다 아사모나 자군난다라 친근 나래라서 아른 존데 아자 너라 사근다 너 하늘은 조린 더 오른 근데 온나던 줄은 작은다 아이 작은 어디 준다 오른 준다란 사건다 아이 천저러진 건데 옹휘나 주노 다가라 아그너라 쩐이던데 아싸 그너 주는 나가도 긴너 준나라 순나 군데 이근 너로 죽은 난다라 엄모사로둔 너 오래된데 온다나 죽은 어군데 아이 사준 어디 군다 사마 야
好，请坐。
Please be seated.
练习。
练习 Can you sing? Give her a microphone.
Hamutatu Anagamatana Alayuku Fando Samon Sono Ando Yukana Abadokano Tana Buddha Ando Yaku Samosan no Kosan Habalakala Modalala Alakasamotuna Sunambona Ando Yukota Oka Atasunamokhanuna Habalakadana Haka Halamando Sakamoto Adosakapa Adoda Asokoboda Dona Dogodona Adagobona Dona Kahang Basa Hodonga Adosakomanda Sokana Boda Namo谢谢。
够了。告诉你，
Let me tell you
山底下的弟子
that disciple at the foot of Mount Juhua,
他也是空心。
this is also a Dakini.
哎，空心。
The Dakini.
现在进入
Now we'll do the
台
Q&A.
湾
A question from
人
Taiwan
花人和
by Lianhua Renhe.
弟子这里有一个疑
Your
问：
disciple has a question
极乐
here.
世界是不退转的
The
净土，
Western realm of
其他的
Atmos
净土
bliss,
是否
Sukhavati,
也
is a
因为
realm of
会退
non-regression,
转
the
和
pure
不会
land of
退转？
non-regression. How about the other
弟
pure
子
lands?
人花
Are they
人
divided
和
into those with regression and those without
你问
regression?
这个问题呀、
Homage to
告诉
Grand
你
Master.
你
The
到了
question
净
you
土就
ask,
知道，
you would know when you get to the pure land,
会退转不会退转。
whether it's regressing or
一
non-regressing.
般来讲，
Generally speaking,
像《维摩诘经》里面所讲，
like stated in the Vimalakirti Sutra,
只要到了净土，
as long as you
西
get
方
to
极
the
乐世
pure
界的
land,
净土，
the pure land of
它不会
Sukhavati,
退转。
then it is non-regression.
西方极乐世界的净土，跟我们娑婆世界是
Sukhavati
不一样。
is different from our Saha world.
去到那里，
Arriving
你
there,
只要听到和雅天乐，
as soon as you hear the graceful and harmonious sound,
你就会念
naturally your heart mind will be mindful and chanting the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha,
三
and
七道
cultivating the 37 aids to enlightenment, the 4 mindfulness,
正勤
the 4 right exertions, 4 transcendent bases, the 5 roots, 5 powers, 7 branches of realization, and the Eightfold Noble Path. Noble Eightfold.
只要听到那个音乐，
As soon as you hear the music,
你就产生不退转的心。
then you would generate the mind of non-regression.
那个净土，重点是在这里。
That's the key point of that pure land, the graceful, harmonious sound.
你心理上
Upon hearing
就
that,
打开了，
your heart mind will open.
心在佛国，哪还会退转？
When your heart mind is in the Buddha verse, how
你知道
can
众
you
香
regress?
净土，
Do you know the omni-fragrant Buddha verse that's spoken in the Vimalakirti Sutra? The pure land of all
你只要
fragrances.
闻到众香果那个香味，
As soon as you
嗅到那个香味，
smell the
你就
fragrance
入了这个
in that Buddha verse, you would enter samadhi or meditation.
没有在那个国家没有说法的，
So in that
不用说法，
country or Buddha verse, there is no Dharma teaching. There is no need to
众
speak
香净
Dharma.
土，
So the omni-fragrant Buddha
你只要
verse,
在闻到那里的香味，
as soon as you
那个
smell
香
the
味
fragrance
一
there,
进到你的身体，
and when the fragrance enters your body,
那个香不会退，
the fragrance will never disappear.
永远的发出那种香味。
That the fragrance is eternally
那
emitted.
些大菩萨，
And all those great bodhisattvas in that Buddha verse,
都没有听过，缘觉也没有。
that Buddha verse was never heard of by Sravakas and Pratika Buddhas, only by the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. As soon as you smell the fragrance, you would be non-regressing.
这是《维摩诘经》里面将来会讲到。
That's we will cover in the Vimalakirti Sutra.
众香果
So the omni-fragrant Buddha verse,
不用
the
说
Buddha of accumulated
没有关
fragrances,
系
has no need to speak Dharma. They have no
你在那
words
个
and
大
language.
菩萨到了那里，
When the great
得到他们的
Bodhisattva
净土，
went
闻到那个
there
香味，
and
自然
smelled
就
the
有智慧
fragrance,
跟禅定，通通都成。
when the great Bodhisattva goes there and smells the fragrance, you would naturally have wisdom and meditation, and therefore it is non-regressing.
这个就是他们的微妙之处。
That's how marvelous and sublime they are. Why is Sukhavati non-regressing? That's because of their graceful and harmonious sound, to make the beings there
其
non-regressing.
他的净土，
And the other Pure Lands,
大部分来讲，他们各有度众的方法
generally speaking, they
度
have
众的方法
their own methods to deliver
众生
sentient
到了那里
beings. When sentient beings arrive there, they will be non-regressing.
很多的净土，
There are
不像我
many
们娑婆世
Buddha
界
verses, unlike our
就
Saha
是你
world.
要修到菩萨八地，
In the Saha world, you need to cultivate until you reach the 8th ground of Bodhisattvahood
你已经
and
证到
prove
了无生
the
华
unborn endurance,
华人第八地的果位，
the
才是不退
fruition
转
of the 8th ground in order to be non-regressing.
才
But
是
the
不退转
Bodhisattvas at the initial grounds, they would still be regressing. Even the 7th ground of
只有到
Bodhisattvahood
第八地
can still
就不会
regress. Only when you reach the 8th and above ground that you will not regress.
其他的净土，他们度
The
众
other
生
Pure
各有
Lands
他们的方法，
have their own ways and methods to deliver sentient beings, but would ensure that they are all non-regressing.
就是回答莲花人和。
That's my answer to 莲花人和.
你在欲界天
If you
色
go
界
to
界
the
无
heavens,
色
the
界
heaven
定
realm of
都会
form,
退
of
转，
desire, of formlessness, you can still regress.
到了净土就不会。
But when you reach the Pure Lands, then you will not regress. 我们讲笑话吧。 Let's share some jokes.
Uh, 小明对爸爸讲，
Xiaoming
爸爸，
told his dad,
我今天不可以留在家里？我觉
Dad,
得不
can I
舒服。
stay home today? I don't feel well.
爸爸问，你
And
觉
Dad
得什么
asked
地
him,
方不舒服？
which part are you
小明
of
回
you
答，
is unwell?
学校不舒服。
And Xiaoming replied, the school.
这里有一个自由2个字，
This is
一个
about
年轻人
freedom.
很想获得自由，
A young
跑
man
去问
wants
自
to
由女士，
get freedom and went to the
如何
Statue
才
of
能得到
Liberty.
自由？
How can I get
自由女神说，
freedom or
你
liberty?
看我自由吗？
And then the Statue of Liberty said, but look at me. Do I have liberty or freedom?
今天这个笑话，
The jokes
是
today,
我临时叫那个中委会办公室的人，
I asked someone from the
因为
TBF office
我把那个心仪的笑话带回
because
家，
I took the jokes given by Xin Yi home,
看了以后放在家里，忘了带来，
and after I read them, I left them at home
临时的
and
笑话。
forgot. So now I have these jokes.
我们谈到自由2个字，
Talking about liberty or freedom
世界上讲自由，
in this world,
美国认为是最自由的。
and we think
哪里有
it's
自由？
this the most free in America, but is it?
重点是在这里。
The key
这
point
世界
is,
上哪个地球上哪一个人是自由？
is there a person on earth that has freedom?
我们每一个人都是被绑，
Every one of us is held
没有
in
一个是真正
bondage.
自由。
None of us is truly free
除非你证到了，
unless you have attained the
你已经能够
Tao, you
融入
are
虚
already enlightened, and you
你
have
往生
merged
到处都
with
可
the
以。
cosmic space, and your bodies
不只是
can
在
go
娑婆世界。
anywhere, not just in the Saha world.
你想要到哪一个净土就到哪一个
You
净
can
土，
go to any Pure Land you want to.
这个才是真正的自由。
Only then you
其
have
他的
true
国家
freedom.
都是大自由、小自由、小
But
自由，
among countries, some have greater freedom,
就是这
some
样子。
less
你再
and
怎么自由，
smaller.
你飞不出地球，
And it doesn't
就
matter
算你
how
飞
free
到
you
了太
are,
空
you
站，
can't fly
也是不自由。
away from the earth,
没有
even if
没有
you
太空船让你回来，
go to
是被关在那里。
to
那
the
两个
outer
太空人
space.
好可怜，
You're also
在
not
太空站
free
要
because
过
the
8
two
分，
space persons
他以为飞出去就是
are
自由，
stranded there
结果飞不回来，
because they couldn't get back. They had to wait 8
失去
months,
自由。
so they lost their
哪里
freedom
有自由？
too. How could there be
你在
any
任何一
freedom?
个国家都要受到
In
法
any
律的
country,
法
you're
律的限
bound
制。
by
哪
the
里有自由？
laws of the
真正
country,
的自由，
how can there be
是
any
你的
freedom?
法身能够到
True freedom is when your
任
Dharma
何一个时
bodies
间、
can go to any
任何一个地点，你都能够。
time and any location.
所以将来你们修成了，
So in the future, when you
你就自由。
have attainment, then you would have freedom. You would be free.
没有修成，哪里有自由？
But before any attainment, how can you have any freedom?
好了，讲一个不自由的吧。
Now let's talk about
这
a
几天
joke
呢，
about
跟
not
刚结婚的
having freedom.
一个
These
一
few
哥聊
days,
天，
I just a talk, just chatting with the man who,
我就
my
问
friend who just got married. So I
结
asked
婚
him,
以后跟结婚以前有什么区别？
what's the difference being from after marriage and before marriage?
他们还没有结婚，他们就住在一起，
And they have been
他
living
呢
together before
就
marriage.
狠狠的抽了一口烟，
So
悠
he
悠然的
took
讲
a deep
结婚以前
breath
晚
of
上
the
我
cigarette,
晚
the
上
smoke.
很晚
Before
才
marriage,
回到住的地方，
I get home
发现
really late at
我
night
住的地方灯还亮，
and I see the light is still
我
on
心里就感觉到很温暖，
and my heart feels really
因
warm
为他的女朋友还在等他。
because the girlfriend was still waiting for him.
结婚以后
After marriage,
晚上很晚回家，
when he gets home really
发
late at
现家
night
里的灯还亮，
and discovers that the
那
light is
时
still
候
on
两
at
个腿都
home,
软，
that he trembles in his feet. His legs tremble.
结婚以前让你自由一点，
You have more freedom
结
before
婚以后
marriage.
你就变成
After
不自由，
marriage, you lose your
是不是
freedom.
这样子？
Isn't that right?
所以为什么要结婚？
So why do you want to get married?
下辈子要记得
In my
刻在
next
胸
life,
前
I have to remember to carve it
绝不
on my
结婚
chest. Definitely no marriage.
但是有时候也会迷糊，
But sometimes I would be befuddled and then I would be dead. 有一个人养了一只狗，那个狗非常的聪明， Someone has a dog who's very
会
smart
接挥
and
盘，
can count,
还能够站立。
calculate,
更厉害的是，他
or
会
can
玩
can
桥牌。
catch the what's that called?
主人无聊的时候，都会跟这个
And
玩桥
can
牌，打
stand
发时间。
and when they have time they would play
大
with
家
the
都
dog
知道了，
and then the
有
word
一只
spread and
非
everybody
常
knows
聪明的狗。
that there's a very smart
有一
dog.
天呢，一个记者来访问那个主人，
And
记者
one
问听说
one
你家的
day
狗非常
the
聪明，
reporter interviewed them. I
没有
heard
了。
that
他很
your
笨
dog is
的，
really smart. And then the owner
记者
said, no,
问
no,
为
he's
什么
very
呢？
dumb.
他不是陪你玩桥牌吗？
But
主人讲，
didn't
可是他一拿到好
didn't
牌，
he
他就会
play
摇
the
尾巴。
poker? Well, but when his hands is good, he would wave his tail.
好，我们讲有没有结晶？
Now
20日
let's
维摩
discuss
诘问
Vimalakirti
众
Sutra.
香菩萨：
At that time,
相继
Vimalakirti
如来
asked
何说？
the Bodhisattva,
彼菩萨业，
of the
我
omnifragrant
普如
Buddha
来
verse.
无
How
闻
does the
未说
Buddha
法，
of accumulated
但
fragrances
以众
expound the
相
Dharma in
应
your
诸
world?
天人，
The Bodhisattvas replied,
得入
In
力
our
行，
world, the Buddha expounds no words
菩
but
萨
uses
各个作
fragrances to enable
相处
the
下
devas and
闻
humans to
思
enter
妙
the
相，
path
既获得
of cultivation. Each bodhisattva sits beneath a
一
fragrant
切
tree
得
and
障
infuse
三昧，
themselves with this wondrous
得是
fragrance,
三昧者，
immediately reaching the
菩萨所
samadhi
有
of all
功德皆
virtues.
续具足。
Once this samadhi is attained, all the merits and virtues of the
这
bodhisattvas
个我刚刚
become
讲过
fully
了，
perfected. So I have
维
talked
摩
about
诘
this just now.
问众香果来的，
Vimalakirti asked the bodhisattvas
这个香
that
积如
came
来
from
啊，
the
在众香
omnifragrant
国
Buddha
净
verse.
土里面，
So in that
是
Pure Land,
说什么法呢？
the Buddha
他讲什么
of
佛？
accumulated fragrances
菩萨讲，
speak
我
what
这
kind
个
of
净土
Dharma?
啊，
And the bodhisattvas
我们这
replied,
个净土
In our
没
Pure
有
Land,
文字的，
there are no words and
也没有什
languages.
么说法，
There are no Dharma discourses.
你只要坐在这个香树底下，
Whenever you
单
sit
单
under
闻
the
到
fragrant trees,
这个香味，
just by inhaling this
你
fragrance,
马上
you would
进入
immediately
三昧，
enter samadhi.
自然它就是佛。
Naturally, that's the Buddha Dharma.
菩萨个个坐香树下，闻
So
思
all the
妙香，
bodhisattvas sit on
闻
beneath
到
a
那个
fragrant
香味，
tree, and just by smelling the fragrance,
马上就得到一切的
immediately
得障三昧，
they
得障
reach the
所
samadhi
有的
of
功德
all virtues.
三昧，全部通通都得到，
So they attain all
智
the
慧了，
samadhi of all
解
virtues,
脱了，
wisdom,
解脱之
liberation,
见，单单
the
嗅到那个香
view
味，
of liberation, just by merely
你就
smelling the
全部都
fragrance,
证得。得是三
and you
昧
will
者，
attain all that.
菩萨所有的功德皆续具足。你当菩萨的这个
So all the
所有的
merits
功
and
德，
virtues
全部
of
都有。
being a bodhisattvas would be
这一
perfected.
段很简单，
This excerpt is very
所
simple.
以不退转。
Therefore, it's
你在了
non-regressing.
众香净土，
Once you reach the omnifragrant Buddha
你在
verse
了西方净
and
土，
you inhale the fragrance,
单
or
单
you go to
听到
Sukhavati
微妙的天音，
just upon hearing the marvelous harmonious
你就
sound,
一切具足。
then you would be endowed with everything.
你自然，你就会产
And
生
then
念
naturally,
念法，
you would
念经，
generate the mind
修行
to
37道，
chant the Buddha, the
人
Dharma,
人
the
都得到
Sangha,
正
and to
理，
cultivate the 37
正确。
aids to enlightenment. And
阿
each
耨多
being
罗三藐
will
三菩提，
attain Anuttara
全部都
Samyak
正。
Sambodhi, the right realization, the right equality. And they would attain everything. All of
将
it.
来弥勒菩萨
In the future,
下生人间，在龙华树下，
when Maitreya Bodhisattva
Sofa,
descend upon the
Sansa.
Saha world and give Dharma teaching underneath the
他也
dragon
不是什
flower
么说法，
tree, giving Dharma's teaching 3 times, but that's not real
他
Dharma
只
teaching.
要放光出来，
He
在
just,
你的
as
身
soon as
边
he
光
radiates
绕一
light
绕，绕一绕，
and the rays of light circle around
你
you,
心就清净了。
then your heart mind would be purified.
你就到了佛国净土去。
And you would go to the Pure Land in Buddha
度
verses.
生命是这么简单，
It's that simple.
他以他自己的心光照你的心光，
So he
让你心里
uses
产
his
生
own
光明，
heart light to reflect
你就
upon
可以
your
到达
heart
那里
light
去。
so that your heart mind would be radiant and illuminated, then you can go to his Buddha verse. So the
在
3
未来的
assemblies
罗
of
华
the
三会，
dragon
弥勒
flowers
佛
in the
度
future,
化众生，
Maitreya
只是以他的
Buddha's deliverance of sentient
心
beings
光是
only
去照众
utilizes
生
the
的心，
consciousness of his heart light
一句
to
南
be
无
radiated
就
upon
得
sentient beings, and with
就
one
就
statement,
可以到净
Namo
土去。
Buddhaya, you will
南
go
无
to
布达，
the Pure Land. Namo
这
Buddhaya.
个就是很方便
So
啊，
that's
不像我们在这
very
边修了
convenient,
娑婆世界，
not
修了
like
半
us
天，
now
一下子
practicing,
前进几
cultivating
次，
for so
又退
long,
几次，前进几次，又
and
退几
you
次，
make progress
啊，
and
回
then
来
you
又退，
digress,
退了又来，
going
来了又
forward
退，
and
退了
backward,
又来，
backward,
哎，
forward, backward,
来来
forward,
去去，去去
back
来
and
来，
forth, back and forth.
来了还要再来，再
Once you
来还是
come, you
来
want to
来，
come again.
这是
When you
这
come
是来
again,
来
it's
豆商
still
店，
lai lai, soybean milk
啊，
shop.
台湾有一家来来，
That's their saying there
台中
at
有一
that
家
shop
来来豆浆，
at
他
Taichung.
的那个
There
两
is
个
that
对
lai
联，
lai
来了
soybean
还要
shop,
再来，再来还是
the
来来，
couplets.
来来豆浆店，就来来去去，
Lai lai
就是喝他的豆浆。
soybean coffee shop. So you come and go and just drink their
Okay.
soy milk.
众香净土，
But look at this omnifragrant Buddha
只要
verse.
闻到
It's
香
so
味，
marvelous.
什么都具足。
Just by smelling the fragrance, then you're endowed with everything. There's no need to speak Dharma.
像我们娑婆世界，今天
Like
道
our
心非
Saha
常坚固，
world, today
明
you're
天遇到一个困难，就对
very
道心，
committed, but the next day you encounter an obstacle
你
and
将来道
then
心都
you
坚固，
abandon your commitment
稍微一打击，
to spiritual
你就
cultivation.
小风，
You think you're
像
committed,
气球
but
一
when you
样，
encounter adversity,
气球，
you would be like a balloon losing air.
稍微一根针插一下，嘣，
Now
飞
you're
到第一，
full and strong, but with the needle poking,
就小风了。
that's it. You lose the air and you go down to hells.
人是这样子，
Humans are like that.
哎，娑婆世界的众生啊，说
Sentient beings in the Saha world are very difficult to deliver.
不只是亲人难度，
Not only family members are difficult to deliver, but also close disciples are very difficult. It's very easy for them to lose air.
你抓紧了空心木啊，你到底空心木来，你知道吗？
When you invoke the Dakinis, many Dakinis descended, do you know?
你叫什么空心木？
Which Dakinis did you invoke?
是
Aita.
吗？你叫什么名
Is
字？
that right?
啊，你的空心木的名字叫什么？
What's your Dakini name?
嗯，伊达玛，是阿达玛，
Itama or
阿达玛还是
Atama?
伊达玛？伊达玛，
Itama.
伊达玛，伊达玛。
Itama.
啊，伊达嘛，哎，是同一个名字，同一个名字，
Aita, Itama. That's the same name.
伊达嘛，
Itama.
有一个母字，
With the mother in there.
拉姆，
Lamu.
招请拉姆，
You invoke Lamu.
那个杂技拉姆，
Chachilamu.
马哈拉姆，
Mahalamu.
斯里亚拉姆，
Sutya.
马哈拉姆，斯里亚拉姆，招 基拉姆，那个错拉姆，
Those are the names of the Dakinis.
哦，拉姆有12位，
There are 12 Lamu.
哦，他们都飞来飞去，
Yeah, they're all flying around. Do you see?
你感觉到？
I felt
连
them.
续有看到吗？
Does Nancy see
你有
them?
看到吗？有几个拉姆？
Several of them. Just light.
我是看到的是马哈拉姆、
What I saw was
扎
Mahalamu,
基拉姆、 斯利亚拉姆、
Tajilamu, Suryalamu,
梅尔利拉姆， 还有错拉姆。
Tulamu.
很多拉姆，
Many Lamu.
全部是吉祥天女。
They're
拉
all
姆就是吉祥天女。
Mahasri. Lamu means Mahasriya.
我就想唱那条歌。
I want to sing a song.
山那是蓬达，山那是蓬达，山那是蓬达，嘞谁谁。山那是蓬达，山那是蓬达，山那是蓬达，嘞谁谁。哦罗得哦，哦罗得莫得哦，哦罗得莫得嘞谁谁，哦谁可谁哦。 哇，看到很多拉姆，
I saw many Lamu.
你知道吗？
Do you know
九华山底下那个，
that the disciple at the foot of Mount Juhua,
他就是拉姆。
she's a Lamu.
比诸菩萨问维摩诘。现在换那个
Then the Bodhisattvas
Zhongjiang
asked
Zhongjiang
Vimalakirti.
问维摩诘。
Now the Bodhisattvas from the omnifragrant Buddhaverse asked Vimalakirti, how does Sakyamuni Buddha expound the Dharma in this world?
世尊，所有的佛都叫做世尊。
So all the Buddhas are called the world-honored
释迦
one.
牟尼佛，
Sakyamuni Buddha, how does Sakyamuni Buddha expound the Dharma?
众相国的菩萨问
All
维
the
摩诘
Bodhisattvas from the omnifragrant
娑婆世
Buddhaverse
界的释迦牟尼佛，问
asking
什么说法？
Vimalakirti, how does Sakyamuni Buddha in the Saha world expound the Dharma?
刚强难化，
Vimalakirti
这
replied,
个
the
种的
sentient
众
beings
生
in
啊，娑
this
婆世界的
world,
众生，
the Saha world,
性格
are
非常的
obstinate
刚强固执，很
and
难度化的。
strong-headed
释
and
迦牟尼佛
difficult
就
to
讲
transform.
刚强之语，以调
So the Buddha uses firm words to subdue them. So you treat the same
他那么难度化，
with the same
我就
way.
是用刚强
So
的
since they're very obstinate, so I use also strong methods to transform them. The sentient beings in the Saha world are very difficult to
就讲
transform.
很硬的话，
So Sakyamuni
很
Buddha
刚强、很硬的，
speaks very strong and firm words to transform and deliver them.
就释迦牟尼佛讲的法是什么？
So what kind of
就是
Dharma
三恶道。
Sakyamuni Buddha speaks about the three lower
三恶
realms.
道，言是地狱，是畜生，是恶鬼。
He speaks of hells, animals, hungry ghosts.
这些刚强难度的众生啊，
Because this strong-willed, obstinate,
就是
and
用这
difficult
个
to transform sentient
讲
beings
这个地狱，
were
为什么会地狱？
taught about
这个
hells.
众生啊，是很容易发脾气的，
Why? Because they get
容易生
angry
气。
easily. They lose temper easily.
既然你容易生气，
Since you lose your temper
那个
easily,
嗔心太重，
you have a
就让你到
strong
地狱。
anger, then you would go to hell.
是畜生，你这个
Animals,
愚痴太重，
if you're
愚
so
昧，
deluded and ignorant,
愚痴太重，
too strong,
就让你转生成为畜生
then
道。
you would be
就到
reincarnated
畜生
in
道
the
去。
animal realm.
什么是恶鬼道？
And what is
你
the
贪
realm of
念太
hungry
重，
ghosts? When you have a
就让
very
你转生到
strong
恶鬼道。
greed, then you would be reincarnated in the realm of hungry ghosts.
你如果讲说，我们现在有没有看到地狱啊？
If you say, but we don't see any hells here.
我们没有看到畜生吗？有啊，
Do you see animals?
鸡
Yes.
呀、鸭啊、鹅
The
啊、猪
chickens,
啊，
ducks,
都是畜生。
geese, pigs, all animals.
你愚痴就是转世到鸡鸭鹅，
So if you are ignorant and foolish, then you would be
所以我们
reincarnated
属性都
as
是大部分都是
animals.
畜生道。你看，一
So
兔二牛三虎四兔五羊六蛇七马八羊九
So
牛
our
十鸡
zodiac
十
are all
狗十二
animals.
全部都是畜生啊！
They're all animals.
台湾还有师尊是属鸡的，
And Grandmaster's zodiac is rooster.
他是用刚强的话，
So he
你
uses
做了
firm
身
words
口意的
to
恶业，
subdue them.
你就会转世。
If you create the karma of the body, speech, and mind, you would be reincarnated. If you're too
你说
greedy,
没有恶鬼
you
道，
would fall into the realm of hungry ghosts.
现在
And
没
you
有东
say
西吃的人多得很。
there is no such realm.
现在
But there are
整个地
many
球上没有
people
东西吃
who have no food to
没有
eat.
食物可以过日子，还很
On
多。
earth, there are still many people who
不是
have
恶鬼
no
道。
food to eat. That's the realm of the hungry ghost.
畜生道我们是可以看得到的，
We can
恶鬼道
see
现在
the
我们也可以
animal
看得到，
realms, and we can also see the realm of hungry
还
ghosts
有地狱。
and hells.
还有些人生活真的是在地狱之中。
Some people
说
live
那个
as if
医
they're
院
in
里面的，
hells.
你说没？
Those
是地狱
in
吗？
hospitals,
躺在那里，
don't you
动也
find
不能动。
hospitals as hells? They cannot move at all.
有的开心脏，
And some people have open heart surgery.
舌头长癌，整个舌头
Some
割
have
掉。
growth or tumors on their tongue and have to be
有还有
amputated
换心脏，
and change or
到
transplant
时
their
候这
heart
个身体动来动去，
and
很多的病，
many parts of the
那个跟
body.
地狱也是差不了多少。
And there are many illnesses that are no different from hells.
言是地狱，是畜生，是
So he speaks of hells, animals, hungry
六
ghosts,
道轮回，
the realm of suffering. He speaks of the 6 rebirth
还有
realms
三恶道，
and the
是
3
诸
lower
难处，
realms.
是愚昧的人所生的地方。
That's the realm of foolish, ignorant people.
毕业以后，我爸爸让我跟他同学的女儿相
After
亲。
graduation, my
刚
dad
见
asked
面，
me
我就很
to
失望。
get
怎么给
a
我介绍
blind
这样
date
一个
with
人，
the
看起
daughter
来都
of
像40
his
岁，
classmate.
身
When I
材也
saw
不好，
her,
长得
I
也
was
不
very
漂亮。
disappointed.
我
She
就很
looks
不客气地
40
上前，
and
把
has
瓶
bad
酒喝起
figure
来，
and
对
not
着这位
beautiful,
这
so
位
I
女士
wasn't
讲，
very polite and
别听
drank
他们说我这个人很老
the
实，
alcohol
我会打
and
架，
told her,
也会抽
don't
烟，
think that
也
I'm
会
a
喝
good
酒，
person.
赌博，
I
样
can
样来，
fight,
坏习惯可
drink,
多着呢。
gamble. I have lots of bad
看
habits.
他微微的皱着眉头，
And
我
she
心里暗自
slightly
高兴，自己
crunched
表
her
演得非常好。
brows, and I was happy
这
because
时候，一
my
边走来一
acting was
位
good.
身材绝佳的
And
大
then
美女，
next there's a
小声地对
beautiful
着这位女士讲：
lady
妈，
with
这就是你
great
给我介
figure.
绍的男朋友
Mom,
吗？
is this the boyfriend you're introducing me to?
他一听，差一点昏死过去。
He almost fainted when he saw that and heard that.
所以事情，每一件事情要先搞清楚，
So you should be clear about everything.
是他的女儿啊，
That's her daughter.
不要搞错了。
Don't mistake it.
小明对上帝讲：“让我
小明
所有的
told
朋友
God,
永远都健康快乐。
Let all of my friends be healthy and
上帝
happy.
刁难他，
And God
只能
gave him a
4
hard
天。
time. Only for 4 days.
小明说：“好，
And Xiaoming said, okay.
春天、夏天、秋天、
There
冬
would be
天。
spring, summer, fall, and
上帝
winter.
就输了。上帝又讲：
And God
只能
lost.
3天。
And God said,
Xiaoming 说：
only
好，
3 days.
昨天、今天、明天。
Yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
上帝说：这样不行，
And God
只
said,
能
no,
2天。
just 2 days
小
then.
明说：好，
And Xiaoming said,
白
okay,
天跟晚上，
daytime and
黑天，
nighttime.
白天跟黑天。小明说：不行，
And Xiaoming,
上帝讲说不
and
行，
God said, no way,
就1天呐。
just 1 day then.
小明说：
And
好。
Xiaoming said, okay.
上帝茫然的问：哪一天呢？
And God asked,
小明
which
说：
day? Xiaoming
在我
said,
所有朋友活着的每一天。
every day when my friends are
上帝
alive.
输了。
And God lost.
上帝说：小明比我上帝还聪明。
And God said, Xiaoming, you're smarter than God.
我买了杯米红。
Oh, Mani Beni Home.
感恩